waited for centuries. And waited and waited. Do you know how boring that can be? But now, you are here, just as Meridia foretold. The Radiant One knows many things. She knew that one day the city she plunged into Cold Harbor would serve her purpose. At first, she thought I would fulfill that prophecy. But I failed. And now, I need your help. Have no fear. I am as alive as you are. Molag Bal has preserved me so that I can endure his endless tortures. His cruelty knows no bounds. I can't slip free of this lightless oubliette, but I have managed to send my projection to meet you. I knew you were the one I was waiting for. Molag Bal locked me away for a reason. He fears me. Once you set me free, we can make him regret the day he made us his enemies. You made it this far, just as I had predicted. I am glad to see that my calculations were not in error. Now, if you are ready, we have a prison to break out of. I was captured shortly after Meridia pushed her city into this dread realm. This prison relies on darkness. Early on, I almost broke free. Now Molag Bal shapes the darkness itself to bind me, suppressing my attempts to escape. Molag Bal has trapped me within a pillar of darkness, infused with his own vile energy and powered by the light of Meridia. That, however, will be his undoing. The light of Meridia can also banish this darkness, but you have to bring it to me. To reach me, you must first unlock the prison door. Molag Bal uses crystallized darkness to hold me and suppress my power. Move the crystals from their locations to the prison door, and the way shall be opened for you. I am the last Ayleid king. In our ancient language, my name means ruler in dark times. I can imagine no darker time than the end of the Ayleid people. I am a servant of Meridia, her master tactician and strategist. Between my master's blessings and the time-distorting nature of this dread realm, I am still alive. Consider that your good fortune, for you will never defeat Molag Bal without my help. To reach me, you must first unlock the prison door. Molag Bal uses crystallized darkness to hold me and suppress my power. Move the crystals from their locations to the prison door, and the way shall be opened for you. Enter the frozen alcove and collect the flame shadow crystal. Then place it on the central dais at the entrance. Enter the garden and collect the light shadow crystal. Then place it on the central dais at the entrance. Enter the library and collect the Mind Shadow Crystal. Then place it on the central dais at the entrance. Well done, my friend. Now, enter the oubliette and set me free. done well to make it this far. But there is still more to do to set me free. My body is imprisoned within a pillar of darkness, generated by the ebon shards to each side.
Place a light of Meridia in both will create a beam of light that will strike a nearby crystal.
By rotating the crystals, you can change a beam's direction. You may need to rotate a crystal multiple times to connect the beams and form a path of light to the ebon shards. Adjust the crystals until the beams of light destroy the ebon shards. Then the Pillar of Darkness will collapse, and I shall be free. last. My calculations suggested that you had a slightly better chance to fail rather than to succeed. I suspect, though, that you often beat the odds. Thank you. No? A little weary, perhaps, but not injured. My mind remains sharp, however. I suggest we make our escape from this place. It is the only... Agreed. Allow me to create a portal to Meridia's city. We can speak there. This portal leads to the Hollow City. We shall talk again when we are safely inside its walls.
Kill any Ogrim lately? Wouldn't mind bashing a few of their thick skulls myself.
The pieces begin to fall into place. With the King's aid, we shall assemble a force worthy of Meridia's blessing. Small groups have trickled in since your departure. The warriors inside seem to be under the protection of the Knight Darien, an exceptional fellow, brave to a fault and devoted to lost causes. Cadwell found them in the wilds.
Smashing! So glad you could join us. Welcome to the Fighters Guild, which is rather a mundane name, isn't it? Though it is precise. They fight things and they're in a guild. Works rather well, actually, come to think of it. Actually, it was Honor who found them. Have you met? We've been together forever. He knows Cold Harbor almost as well as I do. Pish Tosh, Honor isn't a pet. He's my faithful steed. He does mistake the odd wood elf for a tasty treat, but they've been known to do that themselves, haven't they? Oh.
Everything we saw out there, it was maddening. There's no way we can win this. There's just no way.
My apologies for that display. The whole rash comment. Just a figure of speech, of course. So, I suppose you know more about this place than any of us. Like where I can get a decent drink?
All this bickering becomes tiresome. While I agree we can't just leave our brothers and sisters out there, Darien's right. We need a plan.
Feels good to be somewhere safe again. I don't know how much longer we would have survived out there. I'm just going to enjoy this quiet time for as long as it lasts.
I have barely set foot within these hallowed walls, and I already feel 1,000 times better. And now that you are here, we can determine our next move against the vile Molag Bal. I must take stock of our assets and resources, determine just how much might we can bring to bear. Only then can I develop a strategy that shall allow us to win this war. But forgive me, I wanted to convey that you performed admirably at the tower. It is good to be back in this ancient city. I need to assess our strengths and weaknesses, determine how best to make our assault against Molag Bal. If we strike before we build up a sufficient force, however, I fear we shall lose this war. The soldiers, the ones who call themselves the Fighters Guild, they seem strong and capable, at least at first glance. I shall speak to their leader at once. No leader? Well, that is an unacceptable situation. I shall take command of this Fighter Guild force. It is the only logical solution. Talk to those within this building. After I consult with the groundskeeper, I shall join you inside.
Your nagging is becoming more annoying than my persistent rash. We finally have a secure base. To go back outside without a plan is even too foolhardy for me.
You want us to hide behind these walls? To leave our comrades to die while you sip wine and lounge about? You have no honor, knight.
Don't lecture me about honor, elf. You have no idea what I've seen or what I've gone through.
A moment, gentlemen. Postpone your exchange of harsh words long enough to acknowledge our visitor.
My apologies for that display. The whole rash comment. Just a figure of speech, of course. So, I suppose you know more about this place than any of us. Like where a safe haven, eh? I didn't really expect to see cheerful flowers and clear water anywhere in this dark realm. I assumed we were walking into untimely and painful deaths. Glad to see you. I couldn't let you go off and save the world all by yourself, could I? Not with just these Fighters Guild braggarts. Besides, there was a portal. How could I not step through and see what was on the other side? That's a good question. I heard that Captain Alfari was killed shortly after we were scattered. I was hoping to find another officer here, but no such luck. An Ayleid? I thought they were all, you know, dead. Of course, this is a Daedric Prince's plane. I really need to stop being surprised by such revelations. I have a feeling that won't be the strangest thing I find out before this is all over.
Attend me, soldiers. We have a war to win, and time grows short.
What in Auriel's name is this? Who are you?
So that's the last Ayleid, huh? I thought he'd be more dusty. Isn't that what happens when elves get really, really old?
Shut it, you fop.
Who's in charge of this group? Step forward and address me. Then allow me to rectify that. I shall lead you. We shall recover your comrades and complete your mission. If that does not work for you, your services are no longer needed.
I don't know who you are, but you aren't Fighters Guild. You have no authority over us.
Do you challenge me, then? Do you want me to kill you to prove my combat prowess to your companions?
I wouldn't necessarily mind seeing that. He is kind of annoying.
How can you expect us to lay down our lives for someone we never met? Trust is earned on the battlefield.
If you want to survive, if you want to win this, you must trust me. Allow me to explain why you need my lead. We shall work this out. I understand your reservations, But with my leadership, the Fighters Guild will help us win this war. I do not expect this group to blindly trust me. That would be foolish. I plan to instill them with confidence so that when the others arrive, they will follow me without question.
Meet me in front of the cathedral when you are ready to launch the attack. Time is no longer on our side.
I'd like to have a word with the mages who said the portal to Cold Harbor was a fine idea. We ended up scattered all over the place.
Ah, look around you. See how the people brighten the streets with their very presence. It is good to have this place inhabited once again. Your actions have caused beneficial reactions. Those you saved found others on their way to the city, and the mages have opened stable portals to Nirn, bringing aid to Cold Harbor. The city thrives thanks to you. King Dainar and Varnus have begun to rally the troops. They have called for a council to meet here in the Hollow City. There are decisions to be made, plans to draw up. The time for war fast approaches, and we need to be ready. I sense other lights trapped in the darkness. Their exact locations are hidden from me, but I can hear their desperate pleas for help. You must choose. Will you seek out more allies? Or will you allow the War Council to begin? You shall find the Ayleid King and the Mage inside the cathedral. They await your arrival. Once you enter the cathedral, the preparations for the final assault to save Nirn will begin.
I can hold my own fighting at Dremora. But at Daedra... Death rises here!
I prefer to fight from a distance. The longer, the better. So I'm quite content to hold up in this city for the duration of this engagement. What a silly question. That's like asking if I prefer food to water. Both are necessary to life as we know it. That said, I always get a little thrill when I see a mage cast a spell. It's so exciting.
If you need something, step right up.
A secure vault makes for a confident heart. Come now, champion, don't lose faith. We certainly haven't lost our faith in you. Besides, the storing and protecting of one's possessions never goes out of fashion, no matter what's going on outside. A secure vault.
I've not seen this type of greenery before. It's fascinating.
No charge to have a look.
Faraneel seems so at peace here in this city. Maybe she was right all along.
Everything is so beautiful here. I never thought I'd see anything like it. I think my people are starting to understand how important this decision really was. For all of them.
Well, I'll be. Who knew what we were missing out on all this time?
Honest merchant, trust this one.
Your troops grow weak,
another
Thalek.
mortal
The worm
happens
cult
by.
isn't what it once was, and this mage isn't going to change that.
You throw peasants at me, Estri. Confuse weakness with boredom. My mage will do just fine.
Believe what you will. When I am victorious and you grovel before me, I will remind you of this moment and how wrong you were.
You two bicker like a couple of married old lords. You didn't even notice the new arrival.
Another one. Where do they all come from? I swear they pop up like rabbits.
This one is different. Special. I think this one will make a good addition to my team. My killer comes to humiliate me once again. Well, know that your luck won't help you here. I do hope you compete in this game. I so want to get another chance to rip out your heart and pull out your spine. What am I talking about? I'm talking about this game of war that we play, fool. Oh, don't tell me you came here by accident. It never ends well for the stupid ones. Fool. I don't expect to win you over with a smile and pretty words. I expect you to fight for me because of the power I wield. You'll see. Just wait.
Ah, a new recruit. Splendid. I have together, I'm sure we can win this contest. Good fortune follows me, or so I've been told. Hasn't the Observer explained things? He is the game master. My associates and I, we're the contestants. We play to win our freedom. Of course we need pawns to play the game. Luckily, the mages arrived just in time for the next match. Do you think I had a choice? You are either naive or woefully ill-informed. Come back and speak to me when you're ready to join my team.
You have no idea what you just walked into. You should never have come here. The one who runs this game, the Observer, he uses us as an amusement. He promises freedom and forgiveness. Lofty ambitions that are most certainly unattainable. Yet we continue to fight. It's either this or non-existence. What's to do? It's an endless game of torture. A snare for any who walk into its grasp. They promise us freedom if we win, yet none of us can seem to gain the upper hand. It's maddening. I fear we shall have to play forever and ever.
Why have you wandered into the cliffs of failure, mortal? Are you curious as to what you must face here? Do you wonder why we haven't destroyed you? Or why these mages abound before us? I have answers, of course, if you are willing to listen. The three standing beside me have either failed the Lord of Schemes in life, or become bound to him in death. Redemption calls to each of them, but to win back the Dark Lord's favor, they must first win my game. And no one has ever won my game. Why, these mages have joined the game. Sides have been drawn and tasks assigned. First, they each must perform a small deed for their new masters. If they survive that, then the fun begins. They can start killing each other. You are so nicely, but no. Once you begin the game, only victory or defeat can set you free. You, however, shall add an element of surprise and excitement to the game. Will you rush bravely into the fray? Or will you turn and run like a coward? I appreciate your spirit, but save it for the game. I have been master of this game for thousands of years. Many have tried to defeat me, all have fallen. I confess that the game has begun to bore me. Where is the challenge? How true. So you can understand my excitement. You have come here of your own accord. You seek to defend the mages so unprecedented. Still, to participate you must choose a side. There are no wild cards in this game. They are in the game now, below us. They fight for their lives, doing all they can to survive. I'll be curious to see if they make it past the first trial. So few do, you know. That portal will take you to the battleground. Find the mages there, if they haven't been eliminated yet. Be warned, once you enter the portal, you are committed to the game. Remember that. I don't abide cheaters or quitters. My master hates when his servants fail him. It breaks his heart. But he will forgive if they can prove they still have something to offer. Take these 3. Failures, every one. But my master offers a chance. He allows them to compete in my game. The rules are simple. These 3 cannot participate in the game directly. They must use pawns to fight for them. In this case, the mages. If a chosen champion falls, so too falls the corresponding leader, and redemption slips from their grasp. You get to compete as well. Join a team and lead it to victory. Do this, and you can claim the prize that has thus far been unattainable. Freedom from my game. And I'll even sweeten the deal. Win, and you can take one of the mages with you.
Sorry, Juline. I do this because I must. One of us has to make it out of here and get back to our mission.
Why, my dear friend? Why have you done this? You came with us to stop Molag Bal, didn't you? I'm sorry you got caught up in this stupid game, too. Well, take my life. Finish me. I refuse to participate in this travesty. Really? Well, your timing is terrible. Couldn't you have shown up before we started killing each other? I'm sorry. It's not your fault. I'm just frustrated in myself. And a little in pain. Can you believe Mim talked about a plan to get us out of this? Said we just needed to play along. But as soon as we got down here, the Dark Elf fled, and the cat stabbed me. Said everything would be all right. Never trust a cat. Engolf selected me. The bastard who tried to destroy Glenumbra picks the Breton. Of all the arrogance and gall. I guess it doesn't matter now. He gave me these strange seeds. Said they'd help if I planted them. Engolf told me to plant the seeds in the corpses of the fallen. He seemed desperate, but there was also a kind of compassion in his eyes. Here, take them. I don't want them. You can perform this task. Maybe that will...
Stay away from Mim. Don't make this one hurt you. Mim will win this game. Mim will beat everyone and get us out of here. All of us. Help! You can't help. We're stuck here, fighting to the death. No one gets out alive. That's just how the game works. Mim will kill them all, even the Observer. Then he'll have to let us out. He can't hold us here if he's dead. Glad to hear it. Good to know you weren't fooled by his promises. Or are you just saying that? Maybe he sent you to follow him. Maybe you're part of his game. This one doesn't know what to believe. And this stupid rune Thalek gave me, it's useless! Help? Just like this one's new master Thalek has helped! He tossed me in this pit, gave me this rune and wished me luck. I don't even know what to do with the rune. He said it harnessed the power of the dead, whatever that means. Called it his death rune. It's dark magic, and Mim wants no part of it. Show Mim you actually want to help, and figure out what to do with the rune. Maybe we can use it against him. Thalek said to look for the runes on the ground. Some kind of circle. The moons take Mim if this one understood a word he said. You figure it out. Just don't make Mim regret this. This one is trusting you, because you haven't attacked Mim. Yet.
This woman will live. I have made sure of that. She is too valuable to lose so early in the contest. You may have accomplished her task, but I know she will help me in the end. For this reason, her life is not forfeit. Do not attempt to know my heart, mortal. Julian is pure. Unlike the rest of my army, she is not tainted by corruption. I need one such as her if I am to win this war. Serve the Lord of Schemes? Never again, mortal. I find this battle to live, to reverse what I've become. This magic that made me like this hides in this realm, as does the magic to restore me. I want to become whole again. That's why I play this ridiculous game. Now leave me. These seeds have increased my forces and given me the numbers I need to win this war. That's all I required of you.
So, you ended up with my rune. Interesting. You're either working with the cat or you killed him. I'd prefer the latter, of course, but perhaps that's just me. Still, there's a way for everyone to win today. The rune you carry is more powerful than you can imagine. If the cat knew its true potential, you would never have given it up. The power of the dead flows through the rune. Necromancy, some call it. But the rune serves another purpose as well. It transforms you into an agent of destruction. Every creature you slay strengthens the rune. Not even the Observer can stand against the power of the fully charged Death Rune. I know you hate me. It's mutual, but we need each other now. How can you not? I can't participate directly in this game, but you won't need to worry about my interference if you help me. With the power of the Death Rune, you can free us all. For now, you simply need to charge it, transform yourself, and kill.
scent of death lingers about you. This one supposes you found a way to harness the true power of the rune, yes? Then our journey continues for a while longer. Watching our steps from here on out, yes? If you can still help my companions, Mim asks that you do so. We need to find a way out of this, together.
This nightmare. One step, and it would all be over. No more worries. No more unpleasant options. I wouldn't have to hurt anyone. Help? No one can help us. We're already dead. Lost. Forgotten. More playthings for Molag Bal. We can't win this dreadful game. No one can. Why even bother trying? I couldn't even hold on to the one thing I needed to survive. It's useless. Either I fight for naught or I end it all, here and now. I refuse to play this game. I refuse to fight against my friends and allies. It's better this way. The shadow, the one Lady Estri gave me, she said it would protect me. But when I refused to fight, to aid the shadow, it claimed I was unworthy. It said I wasn't fit to own such a fine shadow, and then my only chance to survive walked away. A new contestant arrives, peering out from cold, cold eyes. But what does this mean? Only the Shadow Court can glean. Choose wisely, or we shall see your demise. Realmus would not fiddle, and my loyalty must be bought with both rhyme and riddle. The Dark Elf is weak, and I refuse to be meek, so someone stronger I seek. Is it you I must ask, for this one simple task? Find my lovely lady's carnival mask. A mask of beauty and style. It gives my lady powers of shadow and guile. It broke and fell at a party so swell, and now neither of us knows where it does dwell. So to this place I'm sent, to seek, to repent, and to find where that pesky mask went. When the job is done, we can resume the fun, with the Dark Elf safe and unspoken. But finding the mask is no easy task, for its pieces are scattered and broken. I know the locations, I know your motivations, so listen well, with great expectations. 3 pieces to find, each of a kind. The first below the rock bridge, where the spiky vines live. The second one stays near where the river meets my gaze. And the third piece sits by the frozen giant's bits. So now we are intertwined. Find the broken mask I seek, or your outlook is bleak. Remember my clues, for they'll lead you true, without lies or ruse. 3 pieces to find.
Do you see my court jester? Isn't he handsome? In life, I knew him and other members of the Shadow Court. We worked together on more than one occasion. Doesn't he dance like a Daedra? Oh, but you must be wondering why I'm here to greet you. What? Can't you read my mind? I tease. I came to thank you for the service you provided me. A service I didn't even ask you to do. The Dark Elf here, such a poor fellow. The things he considered doing to himself. Very sad. Direct and to the point. I can appreciate that. We have so much in common, you and I. I wanted you to know that you're exceeding the Observer's expectations. He thought you'd be dead by now. He certainly didn't expect you to run and save everyone. Because you need to decide soon. The Observer won't let you play the game much longer if you don't select a side. I invite you to join my team. We'd be perfect together. It makes perfect sense. That's why I'm so glad I thought of it.
You make a mockery of my game, mortal. By all calculations, the mages should be dead by now. But no, they still live. I must say, however, that my game hasn't been this exciting in a long time. So I grant you the ultimate boon, the right to choose. You must pick a side in the game. There is no other option. The rules are built into the very fabric of this domain. The only way to save your mages is to follow the rules and win the game. Now, choose a side or leave the mages to their fate. So you believe. You make a mockery of my... You must pick. Be quick about it. The game waits for no one.
You appear to enjoy the power I gave you. I too know how exhilarating the power of death and darkness can be. All this and more can be yours whenever you want it, if you join me in this campaign. Of course! What else is there? Power makes us happy. It lifts us up above the rabble. In life, I had such power that you wouldn't believe. It was foolish, though. I let it slip away. Call it what you will. I lost because I miscalculated your commitment to your cause. But your lust for power remains. Why fight to be a hero when you can fight for your true goal? Power. All you have to do is join me.
You descend a hole that only gets deeper and deeper. Unlike my opponents and I, you can still leave this place. Yet you linger, hoping that you can somehow save the mortals from the Mages Guild. How curious. Do I sense overconfidence or just plain stupidity? This isn't your fight. This isn't your war. Don't you understand it? We are here because we disappointed a Daedric prince. The very same one you came here to defeat. Why would someone such as yourself risk so much for the lives of others? You stand in a dragon's lair. The way is clear behind you, yet you insist on moving forward, provoking the dragon with every step you take. It's maddening to me.
The hero of the cliffs returns in triumph. I do hope you didn't get too disheveled down there. Fighting alongside the peasants can be rather unpleasant. They really are disgusting creatures. Of course I didn't mean them, silly. I meant Thalix and the Vine Man's peasants. Zombies and skeletons, horrible creatures. Imagine resorting to the dead because the living won't help you. My soldiers, on the other hand, follow me willingly. Of course they do. I make sure that my peasants are well taken care of. I do my best to keep my forces in good spirits. That's what a good ruler does. I make a bad situation tolerable. It's the least I can do to ease their lot in life. Ah, you see right through me. I used to be a princess, you know. But I made a few bad deals and had some obnoxious brat disrupt my well-laid plans. Don't you hate when that happens? I don't mean to upset you. Just bad memories.
You make a mockery. You must pick a side in the game. There is no other. So you believe. You must win the war first. Now, who will you choose? Angoff of the Reach? Thalik of the Worm Cult? Or Kinlady Estri, the former Ultima Princess? You may speak to them once more before you make your decision. Kinlady Estri of the Silver Tongue, quick-witted and capable of bargaining her soul over and over. How many Daedric lords have won and lost it, I do not know. Are you sure you want to side with one who is so deceptive? Then choose your side and stop boring me with your indecision. Angoff the Undying grows weaker. He doubts the choices he's made. Regret overwhelms him and pushes him to desperate measures. Are you sure you wish to side with one who carries such a debilitating burden? Then choose your side. Thalik, one-time servant of Manimako, sees nothing but death and desires nothing but power. There is more evil in his soul than you could find in 100 mortals. Are you sure you wish to side with one? Then choose your side and stop boring. Kinlady Estri of the Silver Tongue, quick-witted and capable of bargaining her soul over and over. How many Daedric lords have won and lost it, I do not know. Are you sure you want to side with one who is so deceptive? Then choose your side. Angoff the Undying grows weaker. He doubts the choices he's made. Regret overwhelms him and pushes him to desperate measures. Are you sure you wish to side with one who carries such a debilitating burden? So you have chosen, so shall it be. Your allegiance has been pledged to Angoff of the Reach. You have chosen a side. Now understand that only one contestant can win this game. And as always, I can change the rules without warning in order to keep the contest exciting. Never! The game is sacrosanct. But I can alter the rules to keep the contestants guessing and to keep my own interest in the proceedings high. Report to the one you pledged your allegiance to. The game begins now.
You've chosen to side with us? It was the right decision to make from a list with no good answer. Speak to Angoff. You'll see.
We make many decisions in life that we truly believe are correct when we make them. This body, for example. It was a gift from the Lord of this realm. He said it would grant me the power to topple the corruption of Glenumbra. He lied. Look around, you fool! Would you open the cage of one prison simply to release them into another? This whole realm is a prison! No. There is no way to save your mages. We are all trapped here. Forever. The magic that created this body resides in this land. If I can win this game and escape these cliffs of failure, I hope to find its source. Help me win, and you can take Jolene with you. I simply seek a way to end this madness. Thalik and Estris champions must fall. Use my seeds. Plant them in the bodies of those you slay to gain new allies to aid you. It won't be easy, and you probably won't win. But you're the best chance I've had to end this since I got here.
believe you selected someone up. Split up! Healer! Move! Now! Advance!
Champions. Impressive. Now the game is finally getting interesting.